everybody. It's story time with Grandma Dee. Won't you come and sit with me? Do you know what these flowers are sitting on my lap? Do you know? We get them at Christmas time. Anybody? If you said they're poinsettias, you are correct. We usually see the red poinsettia, but occasionally we see the white. And sometimes at the flower shop, they spray paint them other colors like blue. But aren't they beautiful? They're a Christmas flower. That's what today's story is all about. It's the legend of the poinsettia. It's about a little girl in Mexico. Let's read today's story. Lucinda lived in a small village, high up in the mountains of Mexico, with her mama, her papa, and her younger brothers and sisters, Paco and Lupe. Papa worked in the fields with their burro, Pepetto. Every evening, Lucinda fed Pepetto, gave him fresh water, and filled his stall with clean straw. At home, Lucinda helped Mama clean out their casita, their little house, and pat out the tortillas for their meals. She took care of Paco and Lupe, and each evening they went to the shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe near the front gate to see if fresh candles were needed. But every day was not work. On Sundays, the family went to San Gabriel in the square where Padre Alvarez said the Mass, and all through the year there was fiestas and holy days, which always began with a procession that wound through the village and ended in San Gabriel. One day, close to Christmas, Padre Alvarez came to their casita. "Ah, Señor Martinez, buenos dias, good day," Padre Alvarez said. "I am here to ask you about the blanket which covers the figure of baby Jesus in the Christmas procession. We have used the same one for so many years that it is almost worn out. Because your weaving is so fine, I have come to ask if you would make a new one." "Mi padre," Lucinda's mother said, "I would be honored, and Lucinda will help me." On Saturday, Lucinda and Mama went to the market to buy the wool for the blanket. They chose the finest yarn they could find. At home, Lucinda helped Mama dye the wool the colors of the rainbow. "These colors will shine throughout the church," Papa said as he watched Lucinda and Mama string the yarn on the loom. As Christmas drew closer, everyone in the village was busy. All the mamas were making gifts to place at the manger of the baby Jesus in the church. The papas worked together putting up the manger scene in San Gabriel. Lucinda and the other children went to the church for singing practice for the Christmas Eve procession, when everyone would walk to San Gabriel singing and carrying candles. Once inside, Papa Alvarez would lay the figure of baby Jesus in the manger, and the villagers would go up and place their gifts around it. "Our gift will be the blanket for the baby Jesus," Lucinda told her friends. "I'm helping Mama weave it." One afternoon, a few days before Christmas Eve, Lucinda and the children were singing in the church when Señor Gomez came hurrying in. "Lucinda, you must come home. Your mama is sick and your papa has taken her down to the town to see the doctor. You must take care of your brothers and sisters until your papa returns." Lucinda was frightened. Mama had never been sick before. When she got home, Papa and Lupe were crying. They were frightened. Lucinda tried to comfort them. She made food and sat down to wait for Papa. That evening, Papa came in looking tired and worried. He drew Lucinda close and said, "Lucinda, your mama is ill. Your aunt, Tia Carmen, will take care of Mama until she is well, but I must go back and stay with Mama until I can bring her home." but it won't be until after Christmas. Senora Gomez will take care of you and Paco and Lupe while I'm gone. She will come for you tomorrow." The next afternoon, Lucinda overheard two women talking. "Lucinda's mom is very ill. She won't be able to finish the blanket for the procession. Isn't it a shame?" "See," the other woman said, "we are all so disappointed. Padre Alvarez will have to use the old worn-out one." When Lucinda went home to feed Pepetto and get clothes for Paco, Lupe, and herself, she looked at the unfinished blanket on the loom. "Perhaps I can finish it," she thought, but when she sat down and tried to weave, the yarn got tangled. The more she tried to untangle it, the worse it got. It was no use. She could never finish it by herself. She took the unfinished blanket to Senora Gomez. "Oh, Lucinda, it is so tangled. There isn't time for me to fix it," Senora Gomez told her. "Tomorrow is Christmas Eve." Lucinda started to cry. It was her fault the blanket was ruined. Her family wouldn't have a gift to place at the manger of the baby Jesus. "Don't worry, Lucinda. We will all go to the procession together." Lucinda didn't say anything, but in her heart, she felt that she had ruined Christmas. "Come, Paco, come. Lupe, it is time to go to the procession." Senora Gomez called on Christmas Eve. "Where is Lucinda?" She was nowhere to be found. Lucinda was hiding. From the shadows, Lucinda watched everyone gather for the procession. The candles were lit, the singing began, and the villagers walked to San Gabriel, carrying gifts to place at the manger. Lucinda walked along in the darkness and watched the procession go into the church, followed by Padre Alvarez carrying the baby Jesus. "Little girl, are you Lucinda?" An old woman stood in the shadows nearby. "Sí," Lucinda answered, wondering who she was. "I have a message for you. Your mama is going to be fine, and your papa will bring her home soon. But you don't have to worry. Go now into the church and celebrate Christmas with the other children. Paco and Lupo are waiting for you." "I can't," Lucinda told her. "I don't have a gift for baby Jesus. Mama and I were weaving a beautiful blanket, but I couldn't finish it. I tried, but it only got tangled all up." "Oh, Lucinda, any gift is a beautiful because it is given," the old woman told her. "Whatever you give, the baby Jesus will love because it comes from you." "But what can I give now?" Lucinda asked. As Lucinda looked around, she saw a patch of tall green weeds growing nearby. Lucinda rushed over and picked up an armful. "Do you think these will be all right?" Lucinda turned to ask the old woman. But the old woman was gone. Lucinda walked into the church. It was blazing with candlelight, and the children were singing. As she quietly walked down the aisle with the bundle of green weeds in her arms. "What is Lucinda carrying?" a woman whispered. "Why is she bringing weeds into the church?" Lucinda reached the manger scene. She placed the green weeds around the stable. Then she lowered her head and prayed. A hush fell over the church. Voices began to whisper, "Look! Look at the weeds." Lucinda opened her eyes and looked up. Each weed was tipped with a flaming red star. The manger glowed and shimmered as if it was lit by candles. When everyone went outside after Mass, all the clumps of all the tall green weeds throughout the town were shining with red stars. Lucinda's simple gift had indeed become beautiful. And every Christmas to this day, the red stars shine on top of the green branches in Mexico. The people call the plant the flower of the holy night, the poinsettia. Did you like today's story about the legend of the poinsettia? Did you hear how the little girl's mama got sick and they couldn't finish the blanket for baby Jesus' manger? It's a tradition in many countries, here in the United States, in Mexico too, to give a gift to somebody at Christmas time. Lucinda, the little girl in our book, was making a gift for baby Jesus. Her and her mom were making that blanket to put on him. But you know what? Lucinda's mom got sick. And do you know how Lucinda tried to help? And it didn't work so well. But she gave a beautiful gift to baby Jesus. Those weeds she brought into the church turned into beautiful stars around the manger. And that's what we think about when we think about baby Jesus. Do you remember the 3 kings brought gifts to baby Jesus? And now we have a story about a poinsettia being a good gift for baby Jesus because they look like stars. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's story about the legend of the poinsettia. I wish you and your whole family a very Merry Christmas. Until we meet again and have story time with Grandma Dee. Bye.